Hi there. Hello. So, what is the real reason why I created the Sakki Tarot? And okay, so I published this the Sakki-Sakki Tarot many years ago. It's out of print. My plan was not to publish another version of it. I wanted this to be one thing, limited edition, whatever it is, and that's it. And the reason I wanted that is because, you know, I'm creative. I have 50 decks in me. I don't need to do the same deck again. I don't need to do another version of the deck. I get a lot of joy out of my creative process. And I want this play. I want this discovery. I want this, you know, creative process again. I don't know, the words are right now flying. Anyway, I want this excitement about that new creation. Okay, so don't get me wrong, I'm the artist. Gave me enough excitement. Apparently it does work like this, that even when you revisit older work, there is actually some added value. It's actually just like I said now, when you ask the same question, the obvious question, the question you already asked and answered, when you ask it again, there is a, you know, place for new insights. So anyway, so I never intended to do that. That's one thing. Let's say it's like a monetary thing. It's, you know, to make money because I knew people like my deck. Why not bring it up again? Probably I will sell it, blah, blah, blah. So, well, let me tell you something about that one. Especially when it comes to tarot. You'll make way much more money as a tarot reader than a tarot deck creator, okay? Like, way more. You know, here you sell a deck and you're done. You know, some people, that's the only thing they will ever buy from you. So that's like one thing. Also, you have to deal with very large, you know, costs and a lot of work you never anticipated, a lot of work you never planned, a lot of, like, you know, missed cards and bad cards and packages getting returned because of some whatever. And you know, also it's really it's not what people think it is. Okay, let's break that myth. So what was it, right? What was it? If it wasn't a creative one and it wasn't a monetary, what was it? So it was a healing thing. The reason was to put the heads back on. So if any of you are, you know, not as familiar with the deck and are wondering, are there now heads there? Maybe some of the heads are, maybe none of them. There are no more no heads. All the characters got heads. Let's have that out in the clear and in the very clear. And the reason for that was because I felt that I went through a transformative experience, a transformative journey of quite many years that included taking my own self-portraits and really doing this work that I call self-magic with my face and my identity and accepting myself and my body and my worth, like the whole shebang. And then I looked at the deck, and what I considered as a style choice before, it no longer worked for me. I felt that the heads are missing, and I felt that there was a place here that needed healing. And so for me, I embarked on the whole journey just for that. It was worthwhile, you know, for me to do that. I felt very, very driven and called to do that. Like, there wasn't even, you know, I've been thinking about it for years, and it was just to find the time that it was a little more available, a little more able to dedicate, you know, so much time to, you know, to this thing. And I'm so glad I did, by the way. So because of this reason, also, you know, I was watching some of the videos, and at some point I was like, you know, I mean, I've made so many cards that had so many different color variations. For example, I have like 6 color variations for the lovers, okay? I could have picked any of those. You could think that it would make sense to just to justify, right, the new endeavor, to use different colors. So when you do this comparison, you immediately see, oh, so that was the Empress was orange and now she's pink, or now she's green, or now she's blue, and the lovers are now blue, and they're, whatever. But actually, I didn't see it like that, because I wasn't trying to milk more milk from the same cow. I was trying to bring out the biggest integrity that I could, and I wanted to choose the version that I call it my legacy. Okay, so it's not even my favorite or the one I thought, I just wanted the classic. I wanted the thing that this is the Sakki-Sakki version, legacy look for that card. So that's why there were many cards that I chose to leave the colors exactly, because I thought that they work best, or that they had, let's say they had a color message, or a color story, or a color narrative, okay, that it was very specific. For example, all the time I think about the lovers, right? The lovers is like brown and turquoise. I have a beautiful blue version. I have a beautiful pink version. I have a beautiful like yellow version. I even have a green version. But there is something about the brown and the turquoise that these are not very common. It's not the most common color combination. And to me, and also the lovers was also one of the first cards I made. So, and I remember when I made it, it was like, these are not even my colors, brown. I never use brown. But there was something there. There was a message that wanted to come out from that color combination. So I wanted to leave that intact. So the places of no changes, it's like I had to choose it again. I had to ask the question again. This is also something that I open with, about asking the same questions again. And so when you do a composition the first time and you choose some colors, this is one set of, like, in your creative process. But when you're revisiting this and you're choosing, you decide, although you've made the other versions, okay, it was not out of a laziness thing, oh, this looks good, let's just leave it the way it is, right? And then you decide to choose it again. It's that act that has a double, if not tenfold intentions. Okay, another thing that I just wanted to point out, I think at some point I'll have to do my own review of the deck. There are a lot of changes that I call them meaningful changes. And meaningful to me is not necessary that it looks, that is very, like, in your face. Okay, it's like, like the mentor, it's very clear, what the changes were. There are quite a few cards. Oh, the face here changed, the border changed, this. But meaningful for me is, and this is something I remember in design in college, there was this teacher that he gave us once this exercise, make the smallest change that will give you the biggest impact. Okay, so this to me is what I call meaningful. It's like I made a little change, but it reads different. It gives a whole new spectrum for interpretation, and it opens up the discussion. This is what I call, meaningful. And when there were changes, I call them style changes. This is where I changed the carpet. It was like a reno. This carpet, I need to change, renovation. Okay, so, but it wasn't about trying to do that meaningfulness. This is the real reason, to bring healing, okay? To bring healing. And I wouldn't know that. But now I'm so grateful I get to revisit these questions and to ask again myself, why I did this. And to be open with the answers, and to be also open to where it takes me, and to really own this. Because this is, for me, I am the artist. It's not just about being in the arts. It's about this, way of life, of revisiting your choices and your creative whatevers, and really taking ownership of all the things that I'm doing and all the experiences I'm having. whether they are related to the arts or not, okay? Because everything is related. So thank you so much for tuning in, and send me questions because they're really helpful. Thank you very much. Bye for now.